Hey everybody, it's BCTV on the scene. We're here at the Brattleboro Museum and Arts Center on the 5th of January, 2011, the homecoming visit from Governor-elect Peter Shumlin. He will in fact be governor by the time you see this, and he's stopping in to say hello and thank the hometown crowd as he does his victory lap around the state of Vermont. So we're expecting him to turn up very shortly, so stay tuned.
Congratulations.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Street.
Hey,
Nice to see you,
they
man.
let you into this crowd.
I know. Well, I haven't gotten in yet. There's way
security.
too many humans. I don't
No,
want
it's
to do
all
it.
right.
Hi Peter, welcome back to town.
It's great to be home, and thanks for having me tonight.
Yes, indeed. You're the first governor in a generation from Windham County. What do you think that might mean for an area of Vermont that maybe has felt a little more distant than some of the other parts of the state?
Well, you know, we don't get governors very often. We've actually had two Windham County governors in the history of this great state. The first was George Aiken, our best governor. The second was Tom Salmon, and I'm honored to be the third. I can tell you I will not forget where I came from. Windham County desperately needs jobs. We need economic opportunities. And I think that we often do get left behind, as does Bennington County and the South generally. You know, there's a saying that if you're south of Route 4, you don't get elected governor. Well, every once in a while a miracle happens, and I can tell you this governor's going to notice south of Route 4 and work really hard for the people that have been so good to me over the years.
That's great. I need to ask you about Southern Vermont Cable. There's talk of removing community TV from there. Wondering what your reaction might be if your own press conferences aren't seen in your hometown.
Well, that'd be a real disappointment, and BCTV does an extraordinary job. It's a real community service. It also, in an era where press more and more is controlled by corporations and entities that are no longer as objective as they once were from Fox News on down, I think we have a real responsibility in this state to ensure that our community television broadcasting networks remain strong. And so I would really like to see BCTV carried as broadly as we possibly can.
Great. Well, we feel the same way. Two more questions. Give us a preview maybe of what the first couple of weeks of the Shumlin administration might look like.
Well, first let me say I'm incredibly grateful to Windham County resident Liz Bankowski, who has, with Howard Dean, co-chaired the transition team. We have an extraordinary team of people that we've put together, the best and the brightest, to get some really tough things done. Now, obviously, the first challenge is that we have a budget to balance. We all know that. $154 million shortfall. And, I've been running a business in Windham County all my life. One thing I've learned is those problems do not go away. So it is my intention to balance the budget once and for all, so we're not back here next year going around this barn again. That's going to be tough. It's not going to be popular, but we will make the tough choices. Everyone thinks many people think that's our biggest challenge. I don't think it is. I actually think that's tough, but it isn't as tough as some of the other challenges we face. And I've been elected governor at a time where I think that there could not be more unanimity around Vermont about what they want from their government. They want a governor who's going to do everything in their power to create jobs and lift the economic boat for Vermonters. To do that, understanding that businesses create jobs, government does not, the question is, what can I do as governor to improve the economic outlook and to raise incomes, particularly for middle-class Vermonters? The answer is infrastructure. You're going to see me work very aggressively to deliver broadband and cell service to every last mile, including Windham County, by 2013. I am bound and determined to get that done. We cannot grow jobs if we remain a connectivity backwater. Second, we do have to get healthcare costs under control. I am bound and determined to pass a healthcare system, universal access, where healthcare is a right and not a privilege, and where it follows the individual, not the employer. It's ambitious, but I think we have a good shot at it. Third, a tax policy that grows wealth and grows jobs. And fourth, we really have to invest in education so that we have a workforce that can do the jobs of the 21st century. So those are some of the things you're going to see me focus on like a laser.
Great. And final question, there's a whole room full of people in here, but what other thoughts would you like to share with voters and viewers in our Windham County area?
Well, let me just say that this inauguration is a 3-day event, and it's not about me. It's about the best state in the country, the state of Vermont. And I would not be where I am were it not for Windham County standing behind me every step of the way. From the minute that I entered public service to this primary campaign, as you know, was very, very close. Windham County has just been there for me time and time again. So I say Happy New Year. I'm incredibly grateful. I will never forget. I will work hard every day to make Windham County a better place to live.
Great. Well, congratulations. Have a lot of fun. And
Hey, thank you. And come on down.
will do.
All right. Good to see you.